Hey, good morning, tribe. It is the donut shop at the beginning of the world, broadcasting you live here in Minnesota in my folks' kitchen. I'm your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbruggen, and I do things. So, welcome, good morning. Like I said, I'm a little out of practice doing this because I had the weather girls doing it for a while and dad and so forth. But here I am drinking coffee. It's weird being inside and doing the donut shop. I got so used to doing it outside. Hey, good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Robert. I was sitting out drinking my coffee out on the back way here and watching a robin pulling worms out of the ground and then turning and feeding the worms to the baby robin. Well, baby robin. It looked like a teenager robin. Right next to it, and it'd hop around, feed, and the child robin would open its mouth, and the mom would drop the worm in, and they'd go around, and then they both took off flying, and it just surprised me. I didn't realize once the birds were flying that their mom still took care of them. I should have known better. Hey, good morning, Tina. Good morning, Curtis. Good morning, Serenity. Good morning, Amy from Pennsylvania. Cool. Hey, Donald. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, so the cupboards. Over the years, they've changed different colors. So mom's color is like the mint chocolate chip green. At one point, our entire house exterior was painted this green color. We were the green house, but now we have white steel siding on it. And so I know a number of you commented on the stove here. So let me tell you about this stove. So this stove was purchased by my dad's mom in 1946. So down in Iowa, dad's mom bought the stove. And then when they moved from Iowa to Minnesota, she took it with her. And then when dad bought this house in 68 or 69, his mom gave them the stove as a gift because apparently this house didn't have a stove. And so here it is, still cranking out the cookies and making the coffee. This is my folks have like 3 of these depending on how much coffee they need. So So this house is pretty much a museum of everything from 1910 to 1950. But there's other things. So we got hey, good morning, Katie. Good morning. Good morning, Tina. Yeah. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Sandra. So here's another thing. So poking around over the years, I'm trying to so I don't completely over the years, us brothers have been kind of cleaning stuff out of the house, taking things away, or saying, yes, we can finally throw that particular object of mine out. But I was poking around and I found something. I don't know if you can see this. The Battlestar Galactica board game from 1978. Dun, dun, dun. So you will notice that the box is in pretty good shape. That's because this game sucked. we did not play the game much. The gameplay was very creative, but it's like 4 of the Battlestar Vipers fighting each other, and that just never made sense to us. The stove, it is a Tappan. Let me if I can do this here. So it's a Tappan brand. It has, I guess the timer no longer works. You can set the timer here, but this is cool. It has a little knob that tells you how long to cook different things. So it has a little, for the new homemaker who doesn't know how long to cook a pork roast, you can dial in and find meat and how long per pound and stuff like that. So yeah, everyone wants this stove. It's an amazing stove. Dad actually saw one when they were up in Alaska, in like just sitting in someone's front yard junk pile. And I don't know if he stopped and asked them, if he could like strip it for parts, or he was going to, and mom, wouldn't let him. So, but yeah, that's an amazing stuff. The pancakes and the cookies and the pizzas and the chicken and the birthday cakes, and everything else. Right now, the only thing we're using it for is to make coffee. All the other cooking is done outside on a grill, just because of mom can't handle really any odors, and also, this house doesn't have air conditioning, and it's a blistering 86 degrees here. So they minimize the amount of heat produced by doing all the cooking outside. So Kelly, are you talking about the Battlestar Galactica board game? So if so, on eBay, you can find it from like $13 to $100 and some dollars. I'm going to take it home with me. I'll probably force the family to play it once, just for the heck of it. But yeah, the story is just this stove has been, like the center of the family. Like one of my favorite foods is pork roast. And so mom always, when I would come home from college, I would walk into the house to the smell of a pork roast cooking on the stove. So very, very awesome. Lots and lots of stuff. Lots of experimentations. Dad, I'm my dad's son. He's many things had fire applied to them on the stove, which were not food. So, hey, good morning, Jordan. Okay, let's see. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? How's your mom? My mom's doing well. Oh, mom update. So she is actually, as we speak, right now at 7:30 in the morning, starting her first round of chemotherapy. So, apparently, she decided us boys still need supervision, and she needs to hang around a bit longer. So she is going to fight that. She still has the horrible nausea. She was in the bathroom for an hour, and I probably shouldn't be saying this. She gets really upset when I tell you all her problems. Yeah, so she's going to go for it. Basically the winning argument that the doctor had was, look, this lymphoma, it's a slow cancer. It's going to take years really to kill you. If that's what you're hoping for, that this cancer would spread through you and kill you quickly, it's not. And those years are going to be absolutely miserable for you, because you're still going to have all the stomach issues and so forth. So really what we need to do is just treat the cancer. It is 98%, maybe not 98, but really high percentile rate of being cured. And it's also, in the process of doing that, it's going to take care of your stomach stuff. And so, not only will you be alive, but you'll actually be in good shape and able to do things again. And so mom decided, okay. So yep. So she's off, so I think between, thinking us boys still need a little bit of guidance, and I have a story about that, or just the fact that she couldn't bear to, think dad would not have someone to constantly nag and gripe at him, might be the thing too. So, I told you about did I tell you about the robin? Yeah, the robin feeding. Okay, never mind. I don't have any of my normal herbs and stuff here, and so I feel like I'm aging rapidly. Okay, ginger tea. So yeah, that's one thing. It's weird. So mom grew up, her mom was, the herbalist, doing, treating everything with plants and so forth. And mom, at a heart level, kind of understands it, but her intellect rejects it. So I'm, fighting with that. So I want to get some ginger candies and help her with that, help with the nausea, or some ginger tea. I think coming from me, it will help. Part of the issue though is I'm, here Minnesota has a lockdown on everything. And so I actually have to send like one of my nephews out to the store to get stuff for mom. So, but yeah, the ginger tea I think would be good. She's still. Oh, I will say. Mystery Weather, Mamba Weather, the the youngest of the Weather girls, sent up a package of chocolate chip oatmeal cinnamon cookies. And mom has actually been able to eat those and keep them down. So I'm thinking the cinnamon there is helping. So Molly, good morning, Molly. I want to show you something because you mentioned peppermint. One of the standard things on our kitchen table is candy canes. All year round, always candy canes. So she is taking peppermint, dad is taking peppermint. Everyone in the family loves peppermint. And so it just became the thing of having a jar of candy canes on our kitchen table forever. Ouch. And that loud clanking noise was my foot. Yep. Did it come up? Yeah. So, and that's one of the things. So right now, though, unfortunately, any sort of spicy food or anything really triggers mom's digestive issues. And so we tried a little pepper and it went badly. So that's what I'm a little nervous about the ginger, but we'll see. I'm thinking like a slow ginger candy that she can just kind of suck on will help. So I don't know if it's legal here or not. One of the things, I haven't seen any stores advertising it, and in most places where it's legal, every third store is a shop selling that. But it's again one of those things that mom probably won't be willing to try. Oh well. Yeah. The Rosemary Gladstar book. Yeah, that's an excellent book, by the way. I highly recommend if you want to get into herbal medicine. Rosemary Gladstar's Medicinal Herbs, really, really, really good book for just your basic kitchen pharmacy type stuff. Really, really good. It's mom is stubborn, and mom does what mom wants to do, and if she doesn't want to do something, even if it's good for her, she's not going to do it. So. Whereas I'm pretty much a pushover. You can get me to do anything you want. So, okay, milk thistle. That's a good one, Kevin. So milk thistle is liver regenerative, liver protector. In mom's case, it's a digestive tract. So milk thistle, I haven't seen any research, scientific research that says it helps with that. I was like looking up irritable bowel syndrome and things like that. But according to her doctor, that's not the issue. It's more that the lymph, the swollen lymph nodes are like pressing and twisting around the digestive system and basically constantly rubbing it and irritating it. Simplified model from a doctor to a chemist sort of thing. So yeah, mallow. So I don't think mallow would be a good thing in this case because mallow is also a laxative, and that is not the problem mom is having right now. Okay. All right. So who wants to see the root cellar with an actual flashlight and actually look into it? And I was talking with mom, and so the root cellar, along with being a root cellar, that was actually the location of the well that was in the house. I thought the well was in a different part of the basement, but that was like the well room sort of thing. So there's like a 10-second delay here, so I'm just gonna stand up and start walking towards it and assume you want to see that. Oh, okay. I have to show you some other. Okay, they're gonna be really aghast that I'm showing you the bathrooms. Everything okay? So this is not the bathroom I grew up with. This is all nice and fancy. when I was growing up here, it was basically a log cabin sort of thing. But there was this big tub, and so my folk, I don't know if I can see that. Oh, if I go down like so. Okay, so we have a tub, and a company came in and cut this out and re-porcelained it with the tub still here. So now my folks can just step in and out. So that's pretty amazing. I did not know that was possible, but apparently it was possible. But then one of our neighbors does like contracting, and he came over and made their bathroom all pretty with like tile and so forth. My folks have a lot of friends. You may have guessed that. Trying to, the door, there we go. Okay. So like I said, if you're here for plants and stuff, you're gonna have to wait because it's the tour of childhood. All right, going down the stairs. Oh, I don't know if you can see fire extinguisher, very important to Dad. Like Dad, I have fire extinguishers all over the house and garage. Oh, washing machine is going. Ooh, creepy. Oh, ah. So let's see. Trying to get, okay, so there's the root cellar door. And Mom has some pretty smelling rock stuff on there. Oops. I need my flashlight. And so there's the dark opening. So the flashlight really isn't showing as well as I had hoped, but it's just this niter covered, hole. And yeah, okay, I guess the flashlight isn't working as well as I had hoped. But yeah, that's like the creepiest place in the entire town of St. Michael here. Okay, I hear Dad walking around upstairs. Or it could be my brother from Alaska. We'll see. Sounds like Dad. Oh, it's Dad. Hello, Dad. Is everything okay? Or you just dropped Mom off?
I dropped off Paul's with her.
Okay.
We sat through an hour and a half of construction.
Yeah, so I guess they're starting with an hour, like Dad said, of a class about what to expect from the chemo and so forth.
Paul understands it better than I do, so I'm going to make my breakfast now.
Okay, so
ham omelet.
Cooking outside, I assume, right? Okay, so I showed you the doorknob yesterday, but now we're going to go upstairs to one of my favorite places in the house. What to do? I don't know if we can see this. The attic. Boom, boom, boom. So our house has a lot of dark, creepy areas. Turn on the light here. So this is where a lot of my childhood, again, was spent hanging out. Just because there was all sorts of cool stuff up in the attic. This is, thick wood. There's a little window that looked out. I will tell you, there's a tree there now through the window, but many a Star Wars figure with a homemade parachute got thrown out this window up here. I guess for you all, it's probably not as exciting as it is for me. But yeah, this is the attic. So if you can see the wood and stuff behind me. That's what a lot of the house was like when I was growing up. Ouch. Whoa, falling over. Okay. Boring. I'm sorry. And then, so, you can see the wood trim around the things. And then this was the bedroom that me and my three brothers shared. Or two brothers, sorry, the three of us. And then usually like Tim Daney or any number of adopted, kids would be here. And then there's another tiny bedroom here that Steve is in. Anyway, so yeah, a quick tour of the house. But okay, so funny story. So the staircase here, I don't know, it winds around. I don't know how well you can see that. So we had a dog, Tina. That was an awesome dog, hunting dog, really, really smart dog. And she loved to play fetch. She would play fetch for hours. And if someone wouldn't play fetch with her, she would take one of her tennis balls, go to the top of the stairs, drop it, run down the stairs, wait for it to get down, and then catch it as it bounced down the stairs and take it back up. And then she would do that. She knew that if she did that for like 3 or 4 times, someone would take pity on her and then start playing fetch with her. So this is also the dog that would sit in the car and use the armrest like a human. Would just sit there, do. And she knew, like, okay, we're going to Holmstrom's or we're going, to BB Lake or something like that. She knew what the names of the different locations were. So actually, Tina, you're not going to believe this, but the dog's full name was Tina Marie Vorderbruggen. Hey, Dad, do you have a picture? Is there a picture of Tina around?
Yeah, but I don't know which album. Lots of pictures.
Oh, okay. I will try and get a picture of Tina up. A gorgeous dog. She was a Springer Spaniel. Brilliant dog.
I come by one of the favorite lakes, right in Buffalo there. Man, there's a lot of boaters and people out there using fishermen and paddle boaters, and man, I was surprised.
Cool. So that's this morning. Yeah. It's gorgeous out right now. It's what is it? I think. I want to check the temperature here because again they were saying on the radio it's dangerously hot out already, and oops.
It's awful cold in the hospital.
Yeah, it's 73 degrees.
It's awful cold in the hospital, so I dressed warmer for today.
Yeah.
Sat there yesterday with blankets on.
Yeah, so at the hospital they keep it really, really, really cold.
68 degrees.
Yeah, and they have an oven of blankets, and then they give the blankets out to the patients. And then Dad looked cold too, so they gave him one. So that was nice. Hey, Julie. So, yeah, smoky hazy, 108. Yeah, spring. Oh, this was it. So the 3 dogs I remember that were ours was Snoopy. Snoopy was an Irish setter. She was some red-headed, long.
Well, she was a mutt.
Yeah, so she was a mutt.
I was 57.
Yeah, but she had this red hair. She looked like a cross between an Irish setter and a beagle, basically. So there was Snoopy, and then after Snoopy was Fritz, which was she was a half black lab, half Springer Spaniel, and a super hunting dog. And then Tina Marie was the full-blooded Springer Spaniel. After Fritz, Mom said no more dogs. That didn't work. So yeah. But yeah, Tina would. So Dad would go to work. He was, an insurance agent, and Tina would just sit under his desk all day with him at work. So, yeah. Hey, good morning, Terry. Yeah. It's this is Minnesota. They're not used to hot weather. So what else is going on? Ooh, good coffee. Like I said, my brother from Alaska showed up last night. If you want to see the most righteous beard ever, check out the picture I posted last night of me and my 2 brothers doing our manly stand pose. But he has a most righteous beard. Ooh, a Brittany would be nice. So one of the things, so I was thinking if Medicine Man actually survives and does well, it might actually finally be able to get a dog. Oh, hey Dad,
What?
people like your suspenders.
Oh,
I gotta say, and so back before I started with Medicine Man, and I was pushing 250 pounds, most of it in the belly area. I was actually strongly looking at suspenders. Suspenders actually work better than belts.
when your stomach is bigger than your waist, you have to go with them.
So, yeah, but suspenders are really, really practical in a lot of ways. Ah, yeah, Serenity. My brother has a Renfest worthy beard. So, yeah, you and your brothers look like, especially me and my younger brother Paul, the redhead. He's like a redheaded version of me. Oops, there it is. So Serenity. So the guy who started the Texas Renaissance Festival started the Minnesota Renaissance Festival before he started the Texas thing, and we used to make Dad take us to the Renaissance Festival, the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. Man, early 80s, maybe late 70s. We were young. I mean, I think my younger brother might have been 12 the first time we went. So we've been going to Renaissance festivals since, at the very, probably the early 80s. But that's just bumping around. So, hey, Dad,
What?
this was Grandma's stove, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She bought it in 1946.
Yep. So
She bought it in 1946, and when we got married, we took it because they had built a new home, and anyway, so.
Oh, so Grandma and Grandpa's house in Elk River, that they built that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was a neat little house. I gotta say, every time I come up to Minnesota, I just fall in love with basements again. I love basements so much. They're so useful, and they're like weather resistant.
Better do some dishes around here.
Yeah, I was gonna do that after the show. Yeah. George started the Minnesota Renfest. It's the Texas Renaissance Festival is bigger. Let's see. The last time I was at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival, Mrs. Weather and I were already married. We came up to visit my folks, and we timed it so we could go to the Renaissance Festival. And the dress she still wears at the Renaissance Festival is the one she got here in Minnesota. But that had to be early 2000s. Like, so I haven't been to the Minnesota. No, I haven't been to the Minnesota Renaissance Festival since then. But a lot of there's like a 2-week overlap between the Minnesota and the Texas Renaissance Festival, and then a whole bunch of performers and stuff. They finish up in Minnesota and they head down to Texas. So it's kind of funny. I've seen the same act in both places. The Texas ones are better. Yeah. Basements rock. So I don't like in Austin and there, do they have basements? I guess they'd have to blow them out of the rock with dynamite, but I think they'd be a great basement. So no one in the family has commented. Oh wait, no, one of my nephews commented on my hair, and all he said was, "Oh, you cut your hair." And hopefully I'll get a picture of the nephews again before I leave. But this particular nephew has deep, luscious red hair that's like, chest long. He's the rock and roll one, but he's there. I have the most awesome nephews. They are really, really, really wonderful people. Okay. Oh, okay. So no basements in Austin. Clay or limestone here. Yeah. So, Tina, so let me just throw this up there. It's a 5-hour treatment that she's going through. So she's not going to be home until later today, and she's probably going to be wiped. But I definitely will let people know. Oh, let's see. Today is Friday. So right now, the current plan is I will be leaving here Monday, but I'm going to do the show Monday morning, and then Minnie Weather and Mrs. Weather will host something on Tuesday. Because I'm not going to drive straight through in one shot this time. A number of family members are very against that. So, yeah. But definitely, so one of the things today, excuse me, is to take pictures of all Dad's photo albums and everything like that. I was counting, and I think we have photographs of 5 generations of Vorderbruggens. So going back to Dad's great grandfather, we have pictures. And when people have commented like me and my brothers, we all look very similar. We look like Dad. Going back 5 generations, the Vorderbruggen males all have the same face. It's creepy. It's like we're clones. Apparently, the male gene kind of overrides the female gene. Oh, and I will say, looking at like all the ancient grandmas and everything, man. Bye. Oops. Dad's going out to cook. But Vorderbruggen men definitely marry the most beautiful women in the world. So, yay us. Ooh, super cold juice. That might work, Kimberly. Yeah. So Dad's just going out to the grill to cook. He does all the cooking. Like I said, other than coffee, everything else gets made out on the grill because Mom can't handle any odors right now. Yeah, photo albums. I mean, they're clunky and big, but man, it's so nice just to flip through. Every so often, I have to go searching for a picture because 10 years ago I wasn't labeling the pictures very well, and I have to like go through all my computer pictures, and I'll see like the girls when they were knee high and all this stuff. And it's like, love. We need to see these more often. But yep. So hanging out. Let's see. We got a few more minutes. Yeah. So Steve, the one from Alaska, he flew in. He had to fly into Portland and then from Portland to Minnesota. So up in Alaska, there's really no COVID, but through the airports and so forth. So he's hunkered down too. I'm hunkered down. We're both basically not leaving the property and just chilling. We're not seeing any of our friends that are up here, which kind of sucks. But so be it. Got to keep the world safe. It's funny, when I got here, I stood back and said, hey, I've been traveling. I'm from Texas. I don't want to hug you and accidentally give you coronavirus. And they both tackled me. So they said, we'd rather hug you and die of coronavirus than stay 6 feet away from you. So it's cool. So anyway, again, I can't believe you all are just hanging out and watching me talk about my family and, having me walk around the house. The refrigerator door wasn't shut. But this is what made me. So it's pretty, you got this to blame for me, I guess. All right. Yeah, I saw masks are mandatory. I brought 5 or 6 masks along with me, so I'm good there. So be it. Like I said, I'm actually fairly pro mask at this point, because you may have heard me talk before. How sick you get really depends on how much of the virus you get in you. And so if you get a little bit of virus, you get a little bit of sick, and your body can handle that. If you get a lot of virus, then you get really sick, and your body has a hard time dealing with that. And so the masks, they reduce the overall percentage of the virus particles you're going to get and the amount that other people will spread. So yeah, they're not 100% perfect, but nothing in the world is. And they do reduce the load that you are fighting. So, okay. I think today I'm going to see just how far in the yard I can get with the Wi-Fi, and then I'll like show you the backyard. Yeah, these cabinets great. I mean, the cabinets were, and there's like that gingerbread thing. Oh, I got to show you one last thing. Okay, don't tell my mom. I'm not supposed to touch these. So this is a pot of wood sorrel that was given to my mom by her grandma when she was a little girl. And I'm sorry, but she's had these all her life. And so probably more than 75 years. And so these will be mine when she passes. But that's going to be for a long time yet. Yeah, but she's had those forever, basically. All right, it is 8 o'clock. Time to shut this down. So I'm gonna go steal some of Dad's eggs. Like I said, I will keep you posted. There's gonna be other, non planned posts. There'll be some planned posts I was going through. Sorry. The Minnesota summertime weeds are winter weeds down in Texas. So there's a number of plants around the yard that, are the ones that you would find November through February or March in Texas. So I'm gonna, just try and confuse you all. Hey, look, it's chickweed, and mess up your internal calendars like mine gets whenever I'm here. Okay, hopefully there's an egg out there. So signing off, and then I will see you Monday morning, but there will be assorted pictures. I'm going to try and sneak some more pictures of Mom. She's not keen on that. I'm hoping we can at least get one full family picture, though. All right. At this point, love you all so much. Thank you so much for, even before all this happened, the energy you give me, to keep fighting the medicine man battles and everything else that's going on in the world. You have no idea how important you all are for me and how much I love you and how thankful, just absolutely thankful that you've let me in and hang out with me and give me a little bit of energy and all that. You are crucial. So, okay. I'm like I said, I'm gonna go steal an egg and drink some more coffee, and then I got dishes to do. And so one of the things, my younger brother Paul, his wife is coming over with a list of things for us to do to modify the house to make it better for Mom. So we're going to start working on that too. But until then, I guess see you Monday, unless I pop up. I'm okay. This is what's called a Minnesota goodbye, where it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to actually leave. There's all this and yeah, this sort of thing. I'm gonna try and get Dad to tell some more stories. It was funny. I'm sorry. I'm gonna babble a little longer. So on Wednesday when Dad was there, and then Mom was sitting in her chair next to him and just looking. It's like, no one wants to hear these stories, because she's heard them a bazillion times, and she's just tired of hearing his stories. And so she kind of poo-pooed him afterwards. And I asked Dad if he would come on and tell some more stories, like of his racing years or something, and he was like, well, we'll see. So maybe if Mom falls asleep, I can get Dad back on. Okay, this time for real. Love you all. Thank you very much, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. End broadcast.